Hello, all of you beautiful Cancers. I am a Cancer moon, so I have a soft spot in my heart for the sign of Cancer. So I am doing a collective reading for you today. What your spirit team, angels, guides, ancestors want you to know for the month of September. So keeping in mind, this is a collective reading. So some messages will resonate for people and other messages won't. So keep what makes sense for you and then just leave the rest. So I find it funny that the moon card made its presence known because sometimes I associate the moon card with the sign Cancer. That's just me personally. So when I read, I do that sometimes, but I think it's because my moon is in the sign of Cancer. So that's why I do it that way. So I find it ironic that that one has popped out. We also have the World card. So I feel like there's something in your life that's coming to completion or full circle. There's something that is maybe coming to a close and it's going to cause a lot of happiness or lead to a lot of happiness for you. I feel like it's something like just this really beautiful energy of things completely working out for you. But once one cycle ends, another cycle begins. So sometimes we feel that when one cycle comes to an end, we don't want to be too happy about something because our happiness isn't going to last forever. But that's part of being alive, right? So we're going to, in the month of September, Cancer, you will be feeling this happy bliss. Something is going to be coming full circle in your life. And then a new cycle is going to start, and that's completely fine. However, the cards are telling me that there might be something that is hidden that you might not realize. Or that in order for this cycle to come to completion, in order for you to feel this happy bliss state, it's gonna feel a little bit slow moving. Like, why am I not making progress on this? And it's something is hidden from you, and somebody else is holding you back in some way. So maybe doing some type of cord cutting, cord removal, or releasing type of ceremony might help you. We have the Devil card in reverse, and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I feel like it's something's hidden from you in order to feel this completion of this cycle. It's feeling a little bit stagnant, and it's like somebody is holding you back in some way from being able to complete whatever you're supposed to be completing here. But we also have the Seer card, see beyond the current situation. So even though things might feel a little bit stagnant, know that this is not the end. This is not the end goal. Your happiness, your bliss is coming for you. So see beyond how it is right now. Maybe do a little bit of thinking, what needs to change in my life to get me to where I want to go? You and your loved ones are safe. This is the new moon in Cancer. So this person that might be holding you back in some way could actually be like, hopefully it's not an abusive situation, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it may be. If it is, make sure that you are doing what you need to do to get out of that situation as safely as possible. The cards are saying that you are supported. If you need to get yourself out of a situation like that, you're supported. You and your loved ones are safe. You are going to be safe. If it's a situation that maybe you're not seeing things, something's hidden from you, maybe you've been working really hard towards a raise in the next level in your job, and you're feeling that it's a little bit stagnant. You want to make sure that you're paying your bills. This is your sign that you are safe. You will be able to pay your bills in the month of September. You are supported in this universe. Don't be afraid to ask for help, though. And it's also saying it's time to release negativity. So if there's a person in your life that is more negative in nature and you are having, and you feel like you are absorbing their energy, know that it might be time to release them from your life. If you are having a pessimistic attitude, then it's time for the month of September to really release those emotions, those negative feelings that are holding you back. I recently came upon a situation where I felt myself feeling frustrated because of the amount of people that reacted negatively to a comment that I had made about being more loving towards themselves. And they were like, I can't do that. I just don't know how to talk to myself that way. I've never done it. And so it's like, release it. Release that negativity. If you want your life to improve, then you need to take a step in the right direction. And maybe part of that step is talking to yourself more lovingly. Maybe releasing that negative view of yourself. Know that you are worthy of that, of being in a happy relationship. You are worthy of that raise. You are worthy of continuing your education, or whatever it may be that you feel held back. And you might have this little bit of a negative attitude about it because it does feel a little bit stagnant or slow. But it looks like in the month of September, things will be shifting for you once you realize, once you do that inventory of what is no longer serving me in this, in my life and on my path to get to where I want to go. So before I started the reading, I picked out a crystal or a stone that was really calling to me. And this stone that I picked out is ocean jasper. And I just love this one. It's so beautiful. There's so many variations of ocean jasper too. But the main message behind this one is it encourages feelings of lifted spirits, happiness, and joy. It can help you release negative feelings and energy. So I feel like that card really drove home my instinct, or my intuition, that this might be a good stone for you, Cancer, for the month of September. It should leave you feeling more optimistic and confident, and it carries strong healing and heart-based energy for you. So ocean jasper might be a good stone for you to work with in the month of September. All right, Cancer, we are going to figure out what other messages your spirit team, angels, ancestors, guides have for you for this upcoming month. I feel like there's a strong sense of healing that needs to be done, like a process of healing that's coming for you that is going to help in this road of completion of this cycle for you. We have the Devil card in reverse again. So yeah, it's something that is holding you back. It's like you're finally freeing yourself from this person or this thing that has led to so much negativity and questioning of self-worth. You also have the Lovers card here. So if you've been looking for somebody to step into your life in a romantic way, this is a good sign. It feels like you are holding yourself back in a lot of ways, though. We have the Nine of Swords, but we have it in reverse. So it's like you recently may have been feeling depressed. You might have gone through something traumatic or very changing recently, and it's kind of like she has her head in her hands, like, why did this happen to me type of energy. Or it could have been some type of depression that you were feeling, and it maybe even have been a feeling of loneliness. But I feel like that's lifting for you for the month of September. These feelings of this burden, or whether it be the burden of your emotions, a burden of a person in your life that's no longer good for you. But this is telling you also not necessarily just about somebody you could be in a relationship with or coming into a relationship with. It could also be a like a soulmate, like a friendship soulmate too, like reaching out to somebody in your life that you know is a blessing, know that they're good for you, a really good friendship to kind of help lift you up out of this as well. And I feel like once you make that choice to, I am done feeling like this, I am done waiting around for happiness to just fall into my lap, then you will see opportunities present themselves. Because we also have the Four of Cups here, and she's sitting there kind of waiting, and somebody's holding their hand out with a cup. She doesn't even see that because she's so in her own head. So it's like, get out of your head and start looking. Once you start looking for those opportunities and realize that the universe is here to support you and they're helping you, you are safe and divinely supported and guided, then it will start leading you down this path. We have the 10 of Wands here, which is also indicating to me like a last final journey, a final push forward in this cycle that you might be in. So it's like you just got to do this one more thing to get yourself to where you want to be. Look for that support, but it's got to start with this mental freeing of yourself, because it really looks like your thought processes lately might have been holding you back, and it could have been a physical person holding you back too. So doing some type of releasing of them might be a good option for you. I'm also using my fun magical oracle decks right now. I have my fairies, my mermaids, and my unicorns. I am so excited for this upcoming season, because I just feel like fall and winter are very magical times of year. So I'm using all the magical cards. Okay, so this fairy card that we have here, we have Inner Child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to take time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So here's another reminder that you are safe. You know, we do have to make sure that we're making choices to encourage that feeling of safety, but don't be afraid to play, because it looks like you've been taking things very seriously lately. And so this is your call out for the month of September to be more playful. Let out your inner child. You know, did you have parents as children that kind of were very strict about education? Did you have the kind of parents that didn't let you explore as much as you wanted to, or give you as much playtime as you wanted? And if that's the case, then you need to really be nurturing that inner child, because that can still be holding you back in adulthood. From what our parents have told us, you know, you're not allowed to play until you finish that homework, and then you only end up having like 5 minutes to play as a little kid. It can be damaging sometimes. Education's important, but nurturing that child, that inner child, that ability to explore and play is huge for our sacral chakra. And there are so many people that are drawn to me and that I've run into that need that sacral chakra healing. So I'm wondering if you cancers might be some of those people. We also have sacrifice. There are those worth making, and there are those that will destroy you. Sacrifice. Are you sacrificing your own happiness just for the sake of your children? Are you in a relationship that is abusive in some way? That could be mentally, emotionally abusive, but you're staying in it because you have children with the other person. So you're sacrificing your own happiness for the possibility that you might be saving your children in some way. But the reality is that your children are going to experience heartbreak in their life. That is a part of life. And we do the best that we can with the time that we're given. That's just one example of what this card could mean. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Are you sacrificing your happiness at work? Are you in a job that's holding you back? Are you in a job where you're miserable, but you're just trying to pay the bills, so you're just staying there for the time being? This could be your cue for the month of September to start looking for a new job that maybe the employer will treat you better. This is also number 11 on this card. I love a number 11. It's an angel number. That's how I view it anyway. This is really a divinely guided card for you. So if any of those ideas are resonating, really start taking that into consideration, because this is your sign. We have time and tide, oceans, spells, and rituals. This is number 18. So I feel like this one could really go along with working with the moon in the month of September. There might be some, working with a full moon. You could start working on cutting those energetic cords from people that are holding you back, releasing those feelings of negativity, doing some type of ritual or ceremony. And it doesn't have to be extravagant or witchy or anything like that. It could just be simply stating to the universe, I am releasing this negativity now. And then, trying to start living in that energy. And maybe even if you have seashells around the house too, working with seashells might be a good idea. Maybe carrying one in your purse if you can do that safely without shattering it, or maybe using the seashell in your ritual as well. Maybe speaking into it or using it in some way might be a good idea. That connection to water and ocean. And we also have, this is such a beautiful card from the unicorn deck. Past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So I feel like this is really an energy tarot reading for you guys about this release of past life karma. Sometimes we continue relationships with specific people. It could even be a family member too. We cycle with them because there's lessons that we're not learning. So we have to keep cycling with these people until we learn these lessons. So this might be your sign to look at the people in your life that you might struggle with a little bit and see, is there some lesson that I'm supposed to be learning here? And how can I release them now? I'm done with this past life karma. I want to move on and forward with my life. So that might be a big thing for you guys. You are an old soul with deep wisdom, and I truly feel that. I feel like you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge to be had, but there are mental and emotional blocks here. Knowing what feels familiar and being afraid to step into something new, and you're afraid of falling and failing, but your guides are here to say that you're safe, and it's time to step out of that past life karma, and it's time to start healing and raising your vibration. It's time to step into that joy and that happiness feeling, just figuring out what you need to release to be able to push you forward on this journey. So this was such a beautiful reading for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you'd like a more in-depth personal reading, please reach out to me. We can get that scheduled in. I also do an energy work session where I do a tarot reading and Reiki healing in one session combined. So that might be a good option for you as well. I feel like a lot of you Cancers might do good with my sacral chakra program or Reiki healing. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, please reach out to me. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful month of September, and I'll be seeing you guys later.